Okay, this video I'm doing Kelantan trial for 2022 paper 1. Let's start. Number 1, which number has a digit 1 with the smallest value in base 10? I think the first thing is you need to change all these numbers to base 10. Okay, to be honest, when I first do this question, I also don't quite understand what the soalan means, because the soalan is kind of confusing. They ask which number has a digit 1 with the smallest value in base 10, but I think what it means is which number has a digit 1 in base 10 and also the smallest value in base 10. I think that's what it means. But the important thing is, the important word here is base 10 lah. So I think I should change everything to base 10. So let me get my calculator. Wait. Okay, so I got my calculator here. Let's do this. So how can I convert a number from base 8 to base 10? I think you should write down the place value first, right? So when you write down the place value, then only you can start to convert. So we have 8 power 0 and 8 power 1 and 8 power 2. And this will be, because it's base 8. So what is 8 power 2 times 2? So it's 64 times 2 plus with 8 power 1 times 1, which is 8, plus with 8 power 0, which is 1 times 7. So you get 143 base 10. Next would be base 6 value. So the place value for this will be 6 power 0, 6 power 1, 6 power 2, 6 power 3. So we will tekan 6 power 3 times 1 plus, we times all of them together first lah, and then plus all together. Okay, 6 power 3 times 1. Let's go. 6 power 3 times 1. I just tekan 6 power 3. I got 216 plus with 6 power 2 times 3. So 36 times 3. And then plus with 6 times 4. Okay. And then plus with 6 power 0, which is 1 times 2. So 350 base 10. Let's go faster. Okay, I think for this one, you don't need calculator. The number is in base 2, so the place value will be 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4, 2 power 5, 2 power 6. Okay, so we know 2 power 0 is 1, and then this one is 2, 2 power 2 is 4, this one is 8, this one is 16, this one 32, this one 64. And we times all together like this, and then plus all together, you will get 64. Because you will take 2 power 6 times 1, plus 2 power 5 times 0, plus 2 power 4 times 0, and so on. But we know when you times 0 is 0. So this whole value in base 10 is 64. Let's go to the last one, which is base 7. So the place value will be 7 power 0, 7 power 1, 7 power 2, 7 power 3, and then same thing, times them together, and then add them all together. 7 power 3 times 5. Let's go. 7 power 3 times 5. I got 1715, but this is not the answer. You have to plus with 7 power 2 times 1. But we know 7 power 2 is 49, right? So it's 49. It's 49 times 1, so 49 lah. Plus 7 power 1 times 2. Okay, 7 power 1 is 7 times 2 is 14. Let's go. 7 power 0 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. So add all this together, you should be able to get the base 10 value. 1715 plus 49 plus 14 plus 3. Okay, I got 1781. So these are all the value in base 10. So now let's read the question again and try to actually answer it. Which number has a digit 1 with the smallest value in base 10? So which of this answer has a digit 1? We can see that 143 base 10, this one has 1. 350, this one don't have 1. 64 base 10, this one don't have 1. Okay, this one have 1. But then suddenly they say which number has a digit 1 in base 10 and also the smallest value in base 10. So what does it mean by smallest value? I think what it means is which number has a smaller value lah. So between 143 and 1781, obviously A is the smaller value here. Okay, so that's the answer. But I do want to point out that sometimes they will use this word smallest digit, just like the last set I do, which is the Kertas paper. But if they use smallest digit, then you have to be careful, because if they ask for smallest digit, then the method is different. Let me just show you quickly here. This is the Kertas paper. Let's go. I forgot which question. Yeah, I found it. It's question 5. But this one is other paper. It's not the same paper I'm talking about. So I'll just quickly tell you what is this lah. So this is the Kertas paper, and you can see given that X is the largest possible digit. So you have to know that in base 4 number, the largest digit will be 3, because in base 4, you can only see digit 0, 1, 2, 3. But what if it's a base 5? Then you can only the largest digit will be 4 lah. So it'll be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. So what if it's a base 2 base 2, you can only see 0 and 1. That's it. Means that the largest value possible digit is 1. Okay. If it's base 9, then you will see 0 until 8. That's all. Okay. So hopefully you understand. Let's go back to the question here. I just want to point it out lah, because some student they don't know about that. Okay. So just be careful. Okay, let's continue with number 2. The thickness of a plate is this. The height of one set. So one set means multiple plates, means more than one, because it's one set, right? It's 750 cm. How many plates are in the set? So we just have to take 750 divided by bracket 1.2 times 10 power negative 1. That's all you have to do. You press this, you get the answer. So let's go. 1.2 times 10 power negative 1 first, and then 750 divide answer, and you get 6250. 6250, that's the answer. And also make sure the unit is the same before you divide. So we can see cm, the unit is same, that's why you can divide. So this is the answer. But if you look at A, B, C, D, we know C and D is wrong, so it's either A and B. So which one is the answer? Okay, all the answer is in standard form. So what is standard form? So standard form must look like this: A times 10 power n. This is how standard form looks like. But there is a few conditions you need to memorize, you need to remember. This A value has to be a value yang ada decimal point, and in front of the decimal point can only have one numbers. What do I mean by that? For example, this 6250, where is the decimal point now? You don't see it. If you don't see it, means it's at the back here. Okay. And can you tell me how many digits it has in front of the decimal point? We have 1 digit, 2 digit, 3 digit, 4 digit. But do you remember what I tell you just now? The condition is this A value can only have 1 digit in front, and that digit cannot be 0. Okay. So for example, like this lah, 6. Can you see in front of the decimal got only 1 digit, 6. In front of decimal 6, in front of decimal 9, 9. Okay. So that's the condition. So we have to move this decimal point to where? 1, 2, 3. We have to move it here so that in front of the decimal point only have 1 digit. So it becomes 6.25. And also make sure the number cannot be 0. The digit in front of the decimal cannot be 0. So now I sudah berjaya make the decimal point here. But if you move the decimal point to the left, then you have to add the power. You have to tambah the power. If you move to the right, then you have to minus the power. What do I mean by that? You are moving 3 times to the left. It means it will be times 10 power positive 3. If you're moving to the left, then it's plus. If you move to the right, then you have to minus. Okay, so the answer should be B, boy. Okay, just remember this. To the left is plus, to the right is minus. Okay, number 3, find the roots. Okay, roots here means x. Okay, but for this question, it's not x lah, because if you actually, if they ask you to find the roots, it means to find the unknown lah, to find the unknown. But if you look at this question, the unknown involved is p. So I want to find p lah. Actually means they want you to find p lah. Means cari p. So how you do it? First of all, 4p minus 1 square is actually 4p minus 1 bracket 4p minus 1 equals to 4p square. So you can darab masuk this one. 4p times 4p, 16p square. 4p times negative 1, which is negative 4p, negative 1 times 4p, negative 4p, negative 1 times negative 1, positive 1. But I saw square. So the moment I see square, I know this is a quadratic. Quadratic means I have to jadikan dia general form. So that later, because later you will use your calculator, the mode EQN. That's why all the option got 2 answer, 2 answer, 2 answer. So since it's a quadratic, so I will move the 4p square to here also, equals 0, like this. Okay, even if you don't move it now, you have to move it later also. So I will just move it now. 16p square minus 4p square, boleh buat. You will get positive 12p square. Negative 4p minus 4p is negative 8p. Plus 1, you just follow, equals to 0. And now you can proceed with the calculator. So I will tekan now, I will tekan mode EQN degree 1. But if you use the white calculator, the cara tekan is different a bit. So let's tekan now. Okay, now I get to the screen where they ask for the A. So I'll tekan 12 equals. The B is negative 8. The C is 1. So I got 1/2 as my first answer, and my second answer is what? 1/6, and they are both positive. They are both positive. Okay, but you have to remember, I know the calculator says x equals here, but you cannot write x equals, you have to write p, because this question they are using p. Yeah, and can you see I kosongkan satu baris, because you have to write something in this baris. You have to write bracket equals 0, and you have to change the sign. If the answer is positive, you have to change to negative. For example, p is positive 1/2, you have to write p minus 1, and the over 2 you have to write like, you have to, means the plus 1 become minus 1, the divide 2 become times 2. Again, p is positive 1/6, so the positive 1 become minus 1, the divide 6 become times 6, like this. You cannot write down here. So this is the answer. So what they asked for, find the p, right? So this is your answer, 1/2 and 1/6. So the answer is D. Of course, this is objective. You don't have to make sure the working is perfect one. Because objective question, they don't look at the working. I'm just doing the whole step so that you all can understand. But you don't have to, during the exam, you don't have to show them the working one. Let's continue. So we have cube root, and I told you before, even in the class also, I mentioned this. I don't like my fraction to look like this. Like this is called a mixed number. I always ask you all to change to improper fraction like this. Okay. So do you know how to change? Do you know? So how to change? You can times here and then plus here. So you will take 8 times 3 plus 3. Okay, 8 times 3 is 24. 24 plus 3 is 27. So this whole thing is actually negative 27/8. Okay, I repeat again how to change. The 8 stay the same, kekal, but the up number will be the 8 times this number plus with this number like this. Okay, okay, times with what? Square root 36, but we all know square root 36 is 6. Okay, you can just verify with your calculator quickly. Minus 2 power 3 is 8, so just write 8 power 2. Okay, please you have to do inside the bracket first, not the square first. You see the square is outside the bracket, so of course you, if inside you can do, then you do inside first. That's why square root 36 I do first. Okay, cube root negative 27/8 times with what? I mentioned again, do inside bracket first, not the square first, because inside bracket can do 6 minus 8 is -2, and then square. Now we can do -2 square, which is positive 4. Okay, but of course, never finish yet. You still have to do in front. What is cube root negative 27/8? Well, you can use your calculator, or you can do it with your head also. It's -3/2. Okay, because I hafal already, 3 power 3 is 27, 2 power 3 is 8. And I know the negative will be there. Okay, but let's just press on the calculator and see whether I'm correct or not. I will click now also. So let me find where is the button. I want cube root, so I should tekan shift square root bracket negative 27/8. Okay, I hope you got tekan also. And yes, they really give you -3/2. And now you just tekan answer times 4. So what you get? -6. So that's the answer. All right, you can use your calculator to help you. Okay, now let's move on to question number 5. Diagram shows a right angle triangle. So we have right angle. Okay, obviously it's here, the 90°, 3, 4, 5. Because right angle means they will confirm have 90°. So they ask which of the following has the same sine x value. So I need to find the original sine x value first. So what is the original sine x value? So we all know sokah to. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite over hypotenuse. So how do we know which side is the opposite? So we are finding sine x, means this is my angle. So the depan angle we call it O. Depan 90°, we'll call it H. And then the last one is A. So if I want O over H, the answer will be 4/5. 4/5, that's it. Okay. And since x is the first quadrant, the answer will be always positive. So the sine x is 4/5. But I don't think that the question never asked for this. The question asked which of the following has the same sine x value. It means I have to go down here and find sine x for everyone, for A, for B, for C, for D, and see which one is also 4/5. Let's try with A. Sine x equals to, so which one is the opposite for this case? I already mentioned depan sudut is O, depan 90 is H, the last one remaining is A. So what is the sine x here? O over H, so 15/17. So this is wrong. A is not the answer, definitely, because it's not 4/5. Let's go here. Sine x. Which one is O? Depan sudut is O, depan 90 is H, the remaining left is A. So sine formula is opposite over hypotenuse, 3/5. So we all know this is also wrong. Let's go to sine x here. Which one is the opposite? Depan sudut is opposite. Depan 90 is hypotenuse. The remaining is A. O over H is 8 over 10. And I realize I can simplify. 8 divided 2 is 4. 10 divided 2 is 5. So there you go. That's the answer. See, because the soalan asks which of the following has same sin x value, so the 4 over 5. Okay, so we all know the answer is C, but I will do the D also. Let's do it quickly. Sin x is equals to opposite over hypotenuse. Which one is the opposite? Depan sudut is opposite, depan 90 is hypotenuse, the remaining one is A. So it's 9 over 15. But 9 over 15, when you simplify, divide 3 is 3 over 5. So this is also wrong because it's not 4 over 5. Okay, hope you understand. Let's move on. Number 6. A television station wants to give viewers free tickets to a movie premiere. So free tickets. It has a piece of 10 ringgit value tickets and Y pieces of 20 ringgit value tickets. So there's two types of ticket here. The first type of ticket is RM10 tickets, and there's also RM20 tickets. But there is a limit. You can't just give 10 ringgit free tickets to everyone. You only have X pieces. Okay, X keping tiket yang bernilai 10 ringgit. It has, I think this is X lah. I think they messed up already. It has X piece of 10 ringgit. Because if you look at the Malay version, station television 2 X keping means 10 ring, the ticket that is like the worth 10 ringgit ticket one only have X kepingan saja yang free. And then they are for the Y kepingan, for the 20 ringgit tickets, they are giving out how many free tickets? Y. So this stands for the number of tickets. And then they say the total value of all the ticket is at most 2,500. Which linear inequality represents the situation? So we have to know at most the symbol is smaller sama dengan. Please, you don't tell me like, oh, at most, most, so bigger. No lah, no. At most means selebih-lebihnya. Means it cannot more than 2,500. This is the maximum. It means it has to be less than or sama dengan. And please don't tell me like this. Like this also wrong. It has to have the line one. Because at most means the maximum limit is 2,500. So 2,500 is included. That's why you have the line there. And don't forget that the 2,500 is not the number of tickets. It's the total value of all the tickets. That's why you see the RM here. That is why you cannot just say X plus Y smaller sama dengan 2,500. It doesn't work like that. You have to times them. Because 10 ringgit value got a ticket that's X pieces or like X keping. So if you want to know the total value for 10 ringgit ticket is 10X. And then the total value for 20 ringgit will be 20Y. Add them together, smaller sama dengan 2,500. This should be your final answer. But you can kecilkan, so everything divide 10. Divide 10 is 2Y. Divide 10 is 250. So both of this is correct. Okay. So if you look at A, B, C, D, the answer is very clear. Is B. Okay, it's B boy. Smaller sama dengan, right? Okay, let's move on. Number 7. Diagram shows a circle with center O. So we can see there's a circle. What they want to find the value of X plus Y plus Z. Okay, I can see X, Y, Z is here. But we have to start from info that we know. Which one is the info that we know? The 38 and the 15. Always start from the stuff we know. So the 38 and 15 will for sure help me get to my answer. Will help me how to find X, Y, and Z. First of all, I can see this line and this line. Wait, let me just draw it for you. So we can see O to Q and O to R. These two lines are radius. OS is also actually radius because, because it's from the center to the how to say, to the circumference. So these are all sama panjang. So we can see that this is an isosceles triangle. So if here is 15, here is also 15, means I can find here. If you use your calculator, tekan 180 minus 15, you get 150. And now you can get your Z. Your Z is very simple. Your Z is just 180 minus with 150, and it's 30. Because we can see this is a straight line, right? This is a straight line. So Z is 30. But I haven't finished yet. I still have to find X and Y. And then Z, and then all add together. So how to find X and Y? Okay, let me erase some of this. Okay, let me erase some of this. Okay, maybe I won't erase this. 15, 130. And then Z is 30, right? Okay, if you look carefully, you can see that this is also an isosceles triangle. This is also an isosceles triangle. It means I can find this angle and this angle here and this angle here. Just take 180 minus the 30, divide by 2. because it's an isosceles. 180 minus 30 is 150, divide 2 is 75, 75. But how does that help me find x and y? Okay, look at this. I will highlight it for you. This line, this line, this line, this line. If inside the circle got quadrilateral and all the corner of the quadrilateral touch the side or touch the circumference, we call this cyclic quadrilateral. Cyclic quadrilateral. If it's a cyclic quadrilateral, the angle opposite add together is 180. So if this is A, B, C, D, the A plus C equals to 180, B plus D equals to 180. You have to know this. This is the formula. I mean, like not formula lah, but like the rules lah. The rules you need to know. Okay, but you can only apply this rule when all the four corner or the four vertices is on the side. Okay, it's like on the tepi lah. Okay. If it's not, then you cannot use this rule. So you can see that the yellow line here, this is a complete cyclic quadrilateral. It means I can actually find x because I know this whole thing is 75 plus 15, which is 90. So x will be what? The x will be 180 because I told you already opposite angle add together is 180, 180. So I will take 180 minus with what? 75 and then minus with 15. Or you can also say minus 90, and you'll get 90. So that's the x answer. Now we just left with y. So how to find y? Okay, we can see that this whole thing is y plus 15, right? So y plus 15. And then if I plus with the opposite, which is this whole thing, 38 plus 75, it should equals to what? It should equals to 180. Because according to the rule, if it's a cyclic quadrilateral, opposite add together is 180. So now it will be y equals to 180 minus the 38 minus the 75 minus the 15. Minus 38 minus 75 minus the 15. If you press, you get the answer. So let's press 180 minus 38 minus 75 minus 15. Okay, so I got 52. So now finally, I take this, I take this, I take this, I add together. So I will get 172. So that's the answer. Okay, you can use your calculator to help you. So that's how you do it. Number 8. Diagram 2 shows a right angle. So automatic, if it's right angle, there is two formula you can do already. First is the Pythagoras theorem. Second is the Trigo. Okay, but I don't think, I'm not sure yet. Okay, let's see what the Solan says. So let's see. They give you 3 cm, they give you 4 cm. I already know this is 5 cm. Okay, how? Because Pythagoras theorem lah. Okay, how to use Pythagoras theorem to find this length? Okay, you will square root the 3 square and the 4 square, add together. Why plus? Because you are finding the longest one. If you are finding the panjang one, you should plus. If you are finding the pendek one, then you minus. How to know this is the panjang one? Well, it's the opposite of 90. It's the hypotenuse. And hypotenuse will always be the longest side of the triangle. So if you tekan this, you will get 5. Because 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 16 plus 9, 25, square 25 is 5. Okay, now let's answer the question. State sine theta minus cos theta. This one definitely you need trigo to do. So we all know sine theta is opposite of hypotenuse, and then cos theta is adjacent of hypotenuse. So let's do this first. Which one is the opposite? So where is my angle? First of all, where's my theta? Here. Okay, so my opposite will be 4. Depan sudut is opposite. Depan 90 is H, and the remaining one is A. So O over H will be 4 or 5. That's the answer. Let's go to cos theta. Cos theta will be adjacent over hypotenuse because K. Okay, A is the 3, hypotenuse is the 5. That's all. Now they want the sine theta minus cos theta. So I will take 4 over 5 minus 3 over 5, which is 1 over 5. So this is the answer. But if you look at A, B, C, and D, they give you like this, 5 over 4 minus 3 over 4. So I have to do it by myself and see which one is equals to 1 over 5. Then that would be the answer. 5 over 4 minus 3 over 4 is 1 over 4. That's not 1 over 5. This is wrong. 4 over 5 minus 3 over 5. Yeah, this is 1 over 5. So this is correct. What about C? 4 over 3 minus 5 over 4. Okay, let's try to do this without calculator. Let's see. I will take 4 times 4, 16. I will take 5 times 3, I will get 15. And then 3 times 4 is 12. So I will get 1 over 12, which is wrong. Okay, so 4 over 3 minus 4 is not 1 over 5. What about this? So we can times 5, which is 25. And then times 4 times 4, which is 12. And then 20. So 25 minus 12, I think it's 13 over 20. So wrong also lah. Okay, it's wrong also. Okay, wait, let me check. Let me check something. Okay, yes. Okay, the answer is B boy. Let's continue with number 9. Given P is a set of prime numbers, so you know prime numbers, you should know what prime number means. Prime number are numbers that only have 2 factors. Okay, numbers that can only divide by themselves and divide by 1. So let's see. P is a set of prime numbers between 10 and 30. What are the elements of set P? So set P would be what? From 10, between 10 and 30. So we all know 11, yes. 12, no, because 12 can divide 6. 13, yes. 14, no. 15, no. 16, no. 17, yes. 18, no, because can divide 6. 19, yes. 20, no, because even number. 21, no, because 21 can divide 7. 22, no, even number. 23, yes. 23. 24, no, because even number. 25 is 5 times 5. 26, no, because can divide 2. 27, no, because can divide 9. 28, no. 29, yes. And 30, no. 30. So this is the answer. The answer is C, right? Okay, let's see why the D cannot. Okay, because they put 21 and 27. 21 and 27 are not prime numbers. Okay, because 21 can divide 3. 37 also can divide 3. That's why it's not prime numbers. So the answer is C. One more thing is 1. What about 1? Is 1 a prime number? No, 1 is not a prime number. Remember, 1 is special case. It means the smallest prime number is 2. So followed by 3, followed by 5, followed by 7, and keeps going. Okay. Okay. So yeah, make sure you know that lah. But this question, you don't need all these numbers because they say between 10 and 30. So between 10 and 30, that's why I start from 11. So we don't look at all these numbers. But I think it's still good to know that the smallest prime number is 2. Okay, number 10. Represent the following 3 quantities in the form of A ratio B ratio C. So we have 6 months, ratio 8 weeks, ratio 42 days. When you want to convert this to ratio, you should make sure the unit is all the same. This is months, this is weeks, this is days. So the unit is not the same. So I can choose to make all the unit look the same first. So how we do that? You can convert everything to months. This one convert to months, or maybe convert everything to weeks, or maybe convert everything to days. Okay. If I want to convert weeks to days, I will times 7. Months to days, maybe times 30, because 1 month got 30 days, right? But I think the best way is convert to weeks lah. But for me, I'll personally convert to weeks. It means the 8 weeks I will maintain. But we all know 6 months. 1 month is 4 weeks. 1 month is 4 weeks. So if you want to know 6 months, it will be 6 times 4, which is 24. So I will just erase it and write 24 weeks. But what about 42 days? How many weeks is that? I will divide 7 because 1 week equals to 7 days. So now if I have 42 days, I will divide 7. Okay, so what is 42 divide 7? 6. So it's actually 6 weeks. Okay, so if I want to get this value, how I do it? Because or you can also think about this way lah. 7 how to become 42 times 6. So here also times 6. So 6 weeks. Yeah. Okay, but either way is you still end up with this lah. Okay, so we have 24 ratio 8 ratio 6, but we can kecilkan. All these numbers can divide by 2, I believe. So divide 2, 12, divide 2, 4, divide 2, 3. So this is your answer. So the answer is B. Okay, you have to know that the ratio is like fraction, right? So you can kecilkan if you want. So that's the answer. Number 11. Which of the following factors does not affect the premium? Premium is the money we paid the insurance company. So which of the following factors does not affect the premium paid for life insurance? Age, yes, it will affect. Gender, yes. Race, no lah. Okay, race doesn't affect. Face value, yes lah. Face value, face value, yes. So I think this one not much to explain lah. Okay, you just have to understand the concept of insurance. Okay, so when they look for the life insurance premium, they will look at like the smoking status or like the age. Age is important because if you are older, then your chance of your risk is higher, you know. Okay, depending on what type of insurance you buy. And gender also, they consider one. Like for male and female, they consider also. Okay, but race no lah. Okay, like Chinese people, Indian people, Malay people, all like they don't separate in one. Okay, they don't. The the race doesn't affect one. Okay, they don't look at like what kind of race you are. So that's the answer lah. You just choose the answer that makes the most sense lah. Okay, this is the answer that makes sense. Okay, number 12. Determine the midpoint. This is too easy. 225 plus 249 in bracket divide 2. Okay, nothing much to explain. Midpoint is just taking two numbers, add together, divide 2. 237. Okay. Let's not waste any time. It's very easy. Nothing much to explain. Let's go 13. Okay, 13, it says 3u equals to 5 over v plus 1. And then they say express v as the subject of the formula. It means they want you to find v. Okay, that's why you look at A, B, C, D, all v equals v equals v equals v equals. So you have to learn how to pina lah. But many students is very weak at this part, especially those that doesn't take maths. They struggle a lot. From what I notice, like non-NMAT student, they always struggle with this type of question, the pina one. Especially when there's fraction, they will give up. So how you do it is you hilangkan fraction first. How to hilangkan? You just move the divide, become times, then the fraction hilang. So it will be 3u times with what? V plus 1 equals to 5. Okay? You don't even have to write the times if you don't want. And then now you can start to find v. And how to do that? You move the 3u, and after that you move the 1 lah. So v plus 1, can you see this is a times relation? So it becomes divide. So it becomes 5 divide 3u. Okay? And v equals to what? 5 over 3u plus 1 become minus 1. That's the answer. So the answer is D. But what if you look for the answer and there's the answer tak ada jawapan? Then you try to make it single fraction lah. How to make it single fraction? Make the denominator same, and then 5, the 1 also you will times 3u like this. This is also correct. Okay, this is also correct. This and this is the same thing. Okay, but since this is objective and I saw that the D match with this already, so I don't have to waste time. Okay. Just do more exercise lah. Then you will be good at this pina one. Let's go to number 14. Okay, there's a mistake in this question. This, if you look at the Malay version, it says Q -23, but in the English version it says -25. So actually the English version is wrong already. This should be -23. Okay, not 5. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so the Q point is -23. It means we follow the Malay one lah. Okay, let's read. Diagram PQR has 3 vertex, P, Q, and C. Calculate the perimeter of triangle. So if you want to find the perimeter, the formula you use is you will take the distance of here and here and here all add together, or it means you take the length lah. You take the length of these 3 sides, add together. That's how you find perimeter. But we don't have the length. We only have the coordinate. It means we have to find the distance of PQ, and then find the distance of PC, and then find the distance of QC. Okay, because we all know this triangle consists of PQ and C, right? So I need this line, this line, this line. That's why I find the PQ first, PQ, and then PC, and then QC. Okay, and then only I can proceed, and then only I can add all the answers lah. But how to find distance? Well, you use the distance formula: square root, bracket square plus bracket square. And the distance formula looks like this: square root, bracket square plus bracket square, and here will be x1 minus x2, y1 minus y2. Okay, and I do this in the class already. I got revised with you this chapter. If you got come, you know lah. Okay, so what is the PQ distance? X minus x. Let's see, x minus x, -2 minus -2, -2 plus 2, and then -1 minus 3. That's it. Now let's calculate this quickly. We know -2 plus 2 is 0, 0 squared is 0. So 0 tak payah tulis. What about here? Okay, just write like 0. And then plus -1 minus 3 is -4. Square root is +16. 0 plus 16 is 16. Square root 16 is 4. Now I know the PQ length is 4. Let's continue with this. Square root bracket square plus bracket square, same formula, x minus x. But this time is P to C. So P and C. So I can take -2 minus 1. And then y minus y, which is -1 minus -1. So -1 plus 1 lah. So it will be square root. -2 minus 1 is -3. -3 squared is +9. -1 plus 1 is 0. 0 squared is 0. So you just put 0 there. So it's just 9 plus 0 is 9. Square root 9 is 3. That's all. For the last one, square root bracket square plus bracket square. I told you already there's a correction. Don't it's not -25, -23. So x minus x squared. So -2 minus 1. QC, and then 3 minus -1, which is 3 plus 1. Now let's get the answer. -2 minus 1, -3, square root, you get 9. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 squared, you get 16. And 9 plus 16 is actually 25. And square root 25 is 5. Okay. You can use your calculator. You get the same answer. Now you will take all these value add together because they ask for perimeter, right? What is 4 plus 3 plus 5? 12. Okay, let's go. 15. Given that the equation of straight line PQ is this, the moment they give you equation, it means you can take out the gradient and y-intercept. But let's see what they want. The gradient of straight line PQ is blah blah blah. Okay, so they're asking for the gradient. So how you want to know how you want to get the gradient from the equation? Well, it's very simple. You just change it to linear form, which is y equals mx plus c. This chapter also I got revised. I also got revised with you in the class, and I remember revising this chapter with you like cow. Okay, so if you got come, I'm sure you can do it. So what you do is you change to this form. How to change to this form? Negative 3y. You can move the 4x there, it becomes negative 4x plus 7. But you cannot stop here because this is still not linear form. Linear form, in front of y cannot have any numbers. So all of this value you have to divide negative 3. It means the point y can double other number. So divide negative 3, divide negative 3, divide negative 3. When you divide, you have to divide for everyone. So you're left with y, because this one cut already. And then this one, it becomes positive 4 over 3x. The reason is because the negative divide negative become positive already. So positive 4 over 3. And then the positive 7 divide negative 3 is just negative 7 over 3. So now this is your linear form. But then they ask for gradient. So the gradient is y equals mx plus c. The m is 4 over 3. That's the answer. Okay. I think this one is easy lah. Okay. I think you can do it. Okay. 16. Okay. This is also one of the chapter where non-admat students struggle, because non-admat student, they don't have a lot of chance to do this type of exercise, this indices one. Okay. But if you are admat student, then you lagi kena tahu lah. Because admat student, you actually have one chapter is like indices and logarithm. You learn about this one. But for non-admat student, I hope you don't find this susah. Okay. So just remember that the rules lah. Okay. Okay, let's write down the soalan first. H power 4, k power 6, power 1 over 2 outside over h power negative 5 equals to h power n, k power 3. I already know this h power n, k power 3. You don't touch it. You will leave it here. I think you have to compare like at the end. Yeah. Because there's nothing I can do here. But the left hand side, however, there's a lot of things I can do. First thing I can do is yang atas. Can you see this power 1 over 2? Siapa yang power 1 over 2? Is it h power 4 yang power 1 over 2 ataupun k power 6 yang power 1 over 2? Actually both, because the bracket cover everything. So h power 4 power 1 over 2 is like this. H power 4 power 1 over 2. And please remember, if the power is side by side like this, you have to times. It means it will be 4 times 1 over 2, which is 4 divided 2, which is 2. So this is h power 2. Let's go again. K power 6 power 1 over 2, it means like this. K power 6 power 1 over 2. Then you also have to times. So it'll be 6 times 1 over 2, 6 divided 2 is 3. So here will be left with k power 3. And then below is still h power negative 5. Okay, let me explain a bit. Maybe some student will confuse. They will ask like, why are you taking the 6 times 1 over 2? Not plus, not minus, not divide. Why is it times? Okay, because if I give you k power 6 times k power 1 over 2, okay, then you plus. If it's like this, base sama darab, then you take the power plus like this. Okay, but if it's k power 6 power 1 over 2, you will times them together. If the power is side by side like this, you will take 6 times 1 over 2. Okay, just remember that. Okay, now let's continue here. We can see that the k power 3, dia tak ada kawan, so we just leave it. But we look at this. Base h, base sama. So we can actually do this. This is h power 2 divide h power negative 5. And then times k power 3. So can you see base sama bahagi? So now you take the power minus. So it becomes 2 minus negative 5. But some student might ask, hey, why minus? Not take the 2 divide negative 5. No. I already mentioned here just now. Okay. If the base sama times, the power will be plus. So if the base sama divide, the power will be minus. Okay. So now it becomes like this. So 2 minus negative 5. So it will be 2 minus 5 is 2 plus 5. So it will be 7 lah. So let's erase this and just write 7. So like this. And I think now you will compare it to the other side. So what they want the value of n. So we can see the n is 7. H dengan h compare, k power 3 and k power 3 can cut. So n is 7 lah. Okay, you just compare it. Let's go to number 17. A set of data contains 20 numbers. So I think this is under the measures of dispersion lah. and this 20 is n, okay, because there's 20 numbers. The sum of numbers are 284, so this is the sum of x. Okay, what symbol I just draw? This symbol is called sigma, okay, and sigma stands for sum. So the sum of all the 20 numbers, all the jumlah add together is 284, and the sum of squares of numbers is 4688. So this is the sigma x squares symbol equals to 4688. Okay, it means this 4688 is all the 20 numbers, square dulu, and then baru add together, is you get this. Now they say calculate the standard deviation. So you have to know the formula for standard deviation. If you don't know, you can't do it. And I remember also revising this chapter with you in class. I don't know you got come or not, but I revised Kao already with this. So the formula is square root sigma x square divide n minus mean square. There's another version of the formula where there's a f there, but that formula is only when you have the frequency. And this question does not have frequency. So I will not be writing that formula. And also remember, standard deviation has square root. Standard deviation kena square root one. Yang tak payah square root, that one is variance. Okay, so now let's put in the formula. So we can see that in order to find standard deviation, we need to find the mean first. So let's find the mean first. And the mean formula is very simple. You just take the sum of all values divided by n. So the sum of all values is 284 divide 20. So let's tekan this. What is 284 divide 20? I got 14.2. But Chun Hao, they never ask you to find mean. Yeah, I know. But if you don't have this, how you gonna find this? Okay. Remember, finding standard deviation and variance requires mean. So now only I find. So it will be sum of x squared divide n minus the mean square. That is why I find the mean first. So I can put inside here 14.2. Now this part you will muscle 4688, and this part is the n, you will muscle 20. Now you press all this in your calculator, but I will press one by one. First, I will press 4688 divide 20, and then I will press answer minus 14.2 square equals, and then I will press square root answer. Now I will change to decimal. I get 5.7236. 5.7236. Okay, actually I will just write 724 lah. Okay, because if I write in 4 significant figure, that's the answer. So I think the answer is B, right? Okay, not A, B. B, they write 274, it's like 72. Okay, so that's the answer. Okay, number 18. 1 over m power n equals to 3 power negative 2. This is also one of the questions where if you are MS student, you lagi kena tahu, but if you are non-MS student, you might like struggle a bit, okay? But it's very easy actually, okay? Okay, you have to know something that if I think some student will make mistake actually this question, even though it's easy, even though it's easy, and my feeling, I just feel like student will careless here. Okay, because the negative positive thing. Okay, I will tell you how I do it. Okay, you need to know something. 3 power negative 2, if the power is negative, you can make it positive by moving the 3 down. Because when you move the 3 down, the power will become positive. And if there's nothing up here, it becomes 1. So let's give you another example. If I say a power negative n, I can put the a power and the power will become positive like this. Okay, and if I can move this down, it means I can move this back up, and then it will become a power negative n again. Means you can change from here to here and here to here. Okay, so that's the concept you need to know lah. So now I already teach you here. So now we can do like this, mn. So now we can compare 1 and 1 compare. So m is 3, n is 2. So the answer is D. Okay, maybe some of you bulat C. Okay, I don't know lah. Okay, I'm just guessing. But this is the correct way. Or you can also do it the other way. So 1 or m power n equals to 3 power negative 2. Instead of making the power positive, you leave it negative, and then you make this atas. Because I told you already, right? If you can move the a down, means you can move the a up also. It means this m also you can move it up. But when you move it up, what change? The power will change sign. Means the n will become negative n like this. And then now you compare lah. M is 3, negative n is negative 2. So let's write it down. M is 3, and then negative n is negative 2. So therefore n is 2 lah. So m is 2. You can see the answer is still apply. The answer is the same. Let's continue. 19. Okay, this one you can actually use calculator to help you. But I will show you how I do it without calculator. So if I'm the one doing it, I will look at this whole question. 2.5 plus bracket negative 8 divide 6 over 5 times 3.5. First of all, I cannot do the 2.5 plus negative 8 first. If I do this first, the whole thing wrong already. Because I have to do divide and times first. And if there's a times divide, I have to buat darab bahagi dulu. Then only I can do the plus. It means the 2.5 I cannot touch. I leave it first. I have to do this part. -8 divide 6/5 times 3.5. And let's just use calculator. Bracket -8, close bracket, divide open bracket 6/5 close bracket, and then times 3.5. So wait for me, I'm trying to press, so times 3.5. Okay, I got -70/3. So now I will just tekan 2.5 plus answer lah. Okay, because the answer is -70/3, so 2.5 plus answer. I got -125/6. -125/6. And then now I look for the answer. I know it's not B, it's not C, because it's not negative. So it's either A or D, and the answer is A. Because you can convert it by taking this number times here and then plus here. So it'll be -6, it will still maintain 6. 6 times 20 plus 5, you will get 125. Okay. This one is not lah. Okay, but I will just quickly change for you. So the 42 will maintain, and then the up number will be 42 times 1 plus 13. Let's press. Okay, 55. So wrong lah. Okay, that's how you do it. Okay, question 20. Let's continue. Table below shows the time needed to complete a task among students in 5 delta. So this class is 5 delta, and the time taken for the students to complete the task is different. Some students use 0 to 9 minutes to finish the task or the homework. Some students use longer time. Yeah. Okay. So 0 to 9 minutes, 10 to 19, and so on lah. So these are all the number of students, or you can say these are all the frequency. The frequency. And if you add all these together, you will get the total number of students, or the total frequency is the total number of students. Okay, let's do that. Let's add them all together. Let's see how many students. 4 plus 9 plus 6 plus 4 plus 2. So I got 25. So this is the total frequency and also the total number of students in 5 delta. Now let's see what they want. Calculate the standard deviation of the data. So let's scroll up and see the question just now. Which question did I do just now? Question, where is it? Wait, why can't I find it? Oh, question 17. Okay, do you remember 17 also asked for standard deviation, and I use this formula, right? But this time I won't be using this formula. I'll be using the other version of the formula, because this time there is frequency and this is a group data. Okay, if you still don't know how to find standard deviation, or if you want to rewind back to question 17, you can do that. Okay, you can rewind and listen to my explanation again for question 17. Okay, so the formula we will use is sum of fx square divide by n minus the mean square. This is the formula that we will be using for this question. Okay, so I need space. So let's scroll down a bit. So first, I need to find the mean first. Okay, I need to find the mean first. Without mean, I can't do. Okay, so let's find the mean. So we already know it's divide 25, but up here will be what? How to find mean? How to find mean for group data? You will take the midpoint times with the frequency, divide with the total frequency. That's the formula for mean if it's a group data. Okay, so we can do this, and then we will get the midpoint, because we need the midpoint to find the mean. Okay, if you still don't know how to find mean for group data, you have to remember it lah. Okay, how to find midpoint? Take the 0 plus 9 divide to 4.5, 10 plus 19 divide to 14.5, 24.5, 34.5, 44.5. Now we can find the mean. Midpoint times frequency, 4.5 times 4 plus 14.5 times 9 plus 24.5 times 6 plus 34.5 times 4 plus 44.5 times 2. Of course, you don't have to write this down, okay, during exam, because this is paper 1. Okay, if it's paper 2, then you have to write it lah. If it's paper 1, you don't have to write it. Of course, you can just press in your calculator. But I'm writing it down because so that you understand where I get all the answers from lah. Okay, let's tekan my calculator. 4.5 times 4 plus 14.5 times 9 plus 24.5 times 6 plus 34.5 times 4 plus 44.5 times 2. So I got 522.5. So what is the answer? Divide 25, 20.9. Okay. So this is my mean, but it's not over yet. I need my standard deviation. Okay. So let's scroll down a bit. So my standard deviation, I will do it here lah, maybe standard deviation. So it's square root, very long square root. Oh my God. Okay, let's use the straight line. So my square root, okay. And what I write inside my square root is I will draw a line. Oh, let's use the line again. Okay, so I will draw a very panjang garisan and then minus with what? Minus with what? Mean square. And that's where you put in the 20.9. Okay. Why is it like that? That's the formula, ma. That's the formula for standard deviation. Okay, for here, I already know down is 25. But for up here, you have to take the sum of values of x square, right? But this is a group data and there's frequency. So it will be 4. Let's write it down first. 4.5 times 4 plus, you just copy the same like just now. This is the same as mean. And then plus 24.5 times 6. And then plus 34.5 times 4. And then plus 44.5 times 2. Okay, now this is the part where student buat salah. They don't know where they don't know where to put the square. So remember, let's go back to the formula. You look at the formula, where they put the square. Did they put the square at the x or at the f or both? So they only put the square at the x. It means you will never put square at the frequency. If you put square at the frequency, salah. Okay, so you have to put at the x ataupun this the midpoint. Okay, the midpoint, not the frequency, not the 49642. So never add square at the frequency, never put square at the frequency. So only put at 4.5, 14.5, 24.5, 34.5, and 44.5. Now let's press calculator. First, I will press 4.5 square times 4 plus 14.5 square times 9 plus 24.5 square times 6 plus 34.5 square times 4 plus 44.5 square times 2 equals, answer divide 25. I got 571.85 and then minus 20.9 square equals square root answer. So 11.62. Okay, so that's the answer, right? Hopefully you got pressed. If you have trouble with this question, you got pressed with me just now lah. When I press, you press together. Then you won't press wrong. Okay. Okay, let's go to 21. A teacher asks his students to choose a card from box P. Okay, from box P, I choose one card, and a card from box Q. Okay, and then combine the result. And then they say to learn the concept of probability of combined events. Calculate the probability that the student gets one perfect square and one consonant letter card. You see, this is a probability question, and I mentioned in the class already. For probability question, you should always start with writing down all the possibility, all the sample space. If you don't, it's very easy to put salah. And I'm sure you can tell me how many sample space, how many possibilities. So how many possibilities? I take one card from box Q and one box from box P and then one card from box Q. How many possibilities I will have? I will have 12, because there's four kemungkinan from 4 cards here, 3 cards here. And when you combine the result, there should be 12. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These are all the possibilities. Let's write down all of it. So first possibility is you get 3 with A, or maybe 3A, 3T, 4E, 4A, 4T, 5E, 5A, 5T, 9E, 9A, 9T. What does it mean by 9T? It means the student dapat 9 from box P and dapat T from box Q lah. That's what it means. So this 9T represents that possibility. But there's 12 possibilities in total. Now only I start to jawab the soalan. Calculate the probability. It means later have to be over 12 lah. Because there's 12 possibilities. So of course over 12. But the atas number will be what? Will only be those yang have perfect square and consonant letter card. So out of these 12, which one is have one perfect square and one consonant card? So how I ajar you? Okay, what is the most important word here? The most important word here is this, is the word and. Okay, the word and is very important. So how I do it is, I will use my blue pen to look for perfect square. So which one is perfect square? 4E, 4A, 4T, 9E, 9A, 9T. Okay, perfect square is number yang boleh square root. Okay, or you can say after square number yang boleh square root lah. Okay, 3 also can square root, but got decimal point. So we don't call it perfect square. Perfect square is nombor yang square root, and after you square root it, you get a nice answer. So it's only 4 and 9. And then I use other color, my red pen, but this time I look for consonant letter cut. Consonant is the B, C, D letter, not the A, E, I, O, U one. So it's 3T, 4T, 5T, and 9T only. The rest, no. Now I change back to my black pen. Now I will look at the word N. If the perkataan say N, I will choose those yang ada dua color, yang ada blue red. So it's 4T and 9T. So out of this 12 possibility, only 2 satisfy this condition. So the answer is 106. That's the answer, A. Okay, but what if it says OR? If it says OR, then you will choose those yang ada blue only, and then also the red only, and also the both. But if they say and, then you only choose the one yang ada both color. Okay, let's go. 22. Okay, 22 says what? The weighted directed graph. Okay, weighted means the graph will have labeling. Okay, directed means have direction. That's why you see all this arrow. Shown in the diagram 3 represents the distribution. So distribution of Syarikat Beauty White cosmetic product to the 5 sales agents under it. So this A, B, C, D, E, these 5 dots represents what? It represents 5 sales agents, and then these are all distribution of cosmetic product. Okay, so I assume that the weight, the labeling here will represent the number of product lah. So that's why they say here, given that the degree in A is 500 units. So let's go to A. So what is the degree of vertex A? The degree of vertex A. So we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have 3. Means ada 3 line yang cucuk dekat A. But this is a directed graph. So if it's a directed graph, there will be direction. So they say the degree in A is 500, and you can see that the in A is only this line is going in A. This is going out. This is going out. So it means that the 500 unit is for this. Is for this line, not for this, not for this. It's only for this line. Okay, let's continue. Degree in B is 200. Let's look at B here. What is the degree of vertex B? How many lines cucuk dekat B? 1, 2, 3. But not all 3 lines is going in. Only this line is going in B, and this line is going in B. This is going out. Can you see? So we don't count this. And then they say it's 200. It means the 200 is what? It's this weight plus with this weight is equals to 200. But I still don't know. But I don't know separately how many. It can be 100, 100. It can be 150, 50. I don't know yet. So this one I will not label first. Let's go to this. Degree out E is 50. Let's go to E. Where is E? Here is E. So they say the degree out. It means going out. So this line, is it going out? Yes. This line? Yes. So how to do? Okay, let's see. 500. Degree out E is 50. If I label here 50, is that possible? Degree in out E is 50, but here is 500, right? Okay, I think I think the out E 50, I think it stands for here, I think, right? And then the 400 is for this one. Okay, the 400 is for the AD one. Okay, so if end up here D, there will be how many product? 400 coming in here, 50 coming in here. So now it has 450, and the 450 will go out here and go out here, right? But what about this one? Let's see. So we have 500 here. Okay, I think I know now. Okay, if you look here, the first info says degree in A is 500. It means this agent, this person, this sales agent has 500 unit only. But the 500 unit, he already give 400 unit to D. It means this must be 100. Yeah, this must be 100, right? This must be 100. And then we also know that the degree in B is 200. It means the going in B1 is 200. So there's 100 here, and another 100 will be here lah. So this is 100. Okay, this one, no, this one is going out, so it doesn't count. Okay, and now after I know this is 100, now what? Now we can see that B has how many units? So this person has 100 unit coming in, 100 unit, 200. So I'm sure the 200 unit will be distributed to C. Okay, so now C has 200. And now we also have to know this, right? Because they ask for degree in C. So how, what about here? Here is how much? So we have 50 coming in, 400 coming in, so it's 450, right? But 450 give 100 here, so it's 350 going in here. So we will add these two together, 200 plus 350. I think, yeah, the answer is B. Okay, why is it not 450 here? Because got 100 go up here. That's why. Because 400, 450, 100 go up here. That's why it's like that. Okay, let me just check the answer quickly because I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, betul. Yeah. Okay, the answer is B. Okay, 23. Let's go to 23. In diagram 4, straight line PQ is parallel to RS. So let's label it arrow, arrow. This arrow means that the gradient is same. This is a very easy question. This is also like under Form 3 Pioneer chapter. So it's under straight line. Okay, let's do it. They say parallel means gradient same, parallel. And now they say which of the following is equation of RS. So I have to find equation, and how to find equation? Y equals mx plus c. But I need the gradient and the c. And be more specific, gradient of what and the y-intercept of what? We need the gradient of RS and the y-intercept of RS. But if you look here, there's no gradient of RS, and you can't find the gradient because you need 2 points to do that. But it's okay because RS is parallel to PQ. So why not you just find the gradient of PQ and then just pinjam it, you know? So how to find gradient of PQ? Yeah, you can find because you have 2 points PQ. So the formula will be y minus y bahagi x minus x. So -3 minus 5 divided by -4 minus 2. So now it will be -8 over -6. So when you cut, it becomes 4 over 3. So now I will rewrite this equation, y equals to 4 over 3x plus c. But then the c is the y-intercept. But if you look your eyes to see, use your eyes to see, the c is already given is -6. So I can just erase the plus and write -6, and that's the answer. Oops, sorry. So 4 over 3x minus 6. Okay, sorry. Okay, -6. So the answer is not this one. I think it's D, right? Not this one, this one. Okay, so the answer is D. So 23 is D. Let's go to 24. Which of the following statement is not correct? So it's false about taxation. So you just read A, B, C, D and pick the answer that is like make sense lah. Okay. Okay. A process of collecting revenue from individual or company. This is true. Okay. If you look at the textbook definition, that's what tax means. It's a process of collecting revenue, means collecting money from individual or company. This is true. Okay. And you can look at the textbook definition. Okay. B, all taxes are collected based on government acts. This is also true. Taxation is a main source of government revenue. This is also true. You can check in your textbook. It's written word by word. Taxation is a government revenue. You will see this word in your textbook. And D, it says only people with very high income have to pay income tax. This is actually also true, but not 100% true. Okay, why? Because there are people that don't have to pay tax, you know. I think it's 0 to 5,000 if I'm not mistaken. You can look at the textbook. If your salary is 0 to 5,000, then you don't have to pay tax. The tax is 0. If you look at the table, if you're like very low, your salary is very low, you don't have to pay tax. But it's very suspicious because they say they use the word very here. So it says like only people with very high income have to pay income tax. So this is the most suspicious one. So I will choose this as my answer. Okay, because if they say only people with high income, but they say they use the word very, you know, so it's like, yeah, okay. Actually, all salaried individuals have to pay tax. It's just that if your salary is 0 to 5,000, you don't have to pay. But above 5,000, all have to pay on. Okay, but then they use the word very high income, so that's why I think D is not correct. Okay, they ask which one is not correct. Okay, so yep, that's the answer. 25. Diagram 5 shows 5 triangles drawn on a square grid. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and now let's read down there what it says. So it says, okay, let's read. Which of the triangle A, B, C, and D is an image of triangle R? Means R is the object. Means R. Can you see the moment I read that? I automatic straight away write one, because if I confuse which one is object, which one is image, I will do wrong one later. So which or ABCD is the image of R? Means R is the object lah. Under 180-degree rotation at point P. So point P is the center. So I will draw a cross at the P. Okay, so this is P, right? Okay, let's use like other color. Okay, I think this is fine. So I will draw a cross like this. Okay, let's make it like this. Okay, so like this, so this is the center. Okay, now they say what? Which of the following is the image of this of R under 180-degree rotation? So what is 180-degree rotation? It means the image will duduk here lah. Yeah, okay. So definitely the answer is not B, it's not D, it's either A or C. And if you use your common sense, you will know it's A. Okay, let me tell you why. You can count, you use the method by counting the kotak. Okay, count how many boxes. So from the center to this point is like horizontal 1, like ke kanan 1, and then ke bawah 2. So ke kanan 1, ke bawah 2. So when you rotate, it will be also but you already know the image is here. So of course it will be horizontal 1, 2 also. So horizontal 1, vertical 2, 1, 2. Can you see this point? And then now let's go for this point. Horizontal 1, 2, 3, and then vertical 2. Horizontal 3, vertical 2. So let's count. 1, 2, 3 horizontal, vertical 2. You don't go and go down, please. You already know the image duduk atas, so of course you will move towards your image like this. So you can see this is the point. Okay, now for the last one. Horizontal 1, 2, 3, 4, and then vertical 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then vertical 1, 2, 3, 4. So the answer is A. But maybe some student will ask this. Hey, I thought you have to terbalik. Horizontal 1, vertical 2, you have to terbalik, become horizontal 2, vertical 1. Okay, no need. You only terbalik when it's rotation 90 degree. Rotate 180 degree, no terbalik. Okay? No terbalik. Okay? And also, you don't have to worry about the direction one, because if you know the answer is here, you just move towards it. Okay? So takkanlah you move ke kanan. Okay, you have to move ke kiri because the image have to jatuh here one if it's 180, rotate 180 degree. Okay, number 26. Let's continue. Express this thing as a single fraction in simplest form. So let's write it down. 6k plus 1. Okay, first of all, if you want to express single fraction, you have to make the denominator same. You have to make the pembawah same. So this is 3k, this is 3kp. So I can make them the same just by taking this times 3. But I also have to make sure atas pun kena darab benda yang sama. So it'll be 3kp. And then this will be p times 6k, which is 6kp. And then p times positive 1, which is p, minus the 3 plus p over 3kp. Now I can merge these two fractions into one fraction because now they have the same denominator. So when you merge, it becomes 6kp plus p minus with what? Minus with 3 plus p. But you have to put bracket. If you don't put bracket, wrong. Okay, because the minus plus will become minus later on. So no bracket, wrong. Now it will be 3kp and then 6kp plus p minus 3. Okay, open the bracket, the plus p become minus p. But if you don't open the bracket, then wrong. Because if you don't open bracket, you thought it's plus, but actually it's minus. Okay, now you left with this. P minus p is 0. So the answer is 6kp minus 3 over 3kp. Okay, but I can see that they can simplify, right? All these numbers can divide by 3. Okay, but I don't think you have to do that because you already see the answer. Okay, because this one the answer is D lah. Okay, but I do want to mention one thing. This one I can actually simplify lagi, because if they want simplest form, you can simplify lagi. How to simplify? Okay, do you remember I take this one and this one, I merge them together because the denominator is the same. So it means this one I can also separate them together. I can also separate them. I can also split them. So it'll be 6kp over 3kp minus 3 over 3kp. And then I can cut becomes 2, and then cut becomes 1 over kp. So this is also one of the option. Okay, so the answer can also be 2 minus 1 over kp. Okay, so but you only do like this if wait. Let's try to merge this into single fraction. Wait. I realized something. So what happens if I merge this into fraction, into like kp like this? So this one will be over 1. So times kp, right? To make them the same. So it'll be 2kp minus 1. So the answer is actually not D actually. The answer is C actually. Oh, I also almost fall in the trap. I almost salah. Okay. So the answer should be should be C, right? Not D, right? Because the soalan got asked you to write in the simplest form, right? So 6, okay, just now I end up here 6 kp minus 3 over 3 kp. And I thought the answer is, yeah, it's not D lah. There's no 3 here, right? There's no 3 here. Okay, sorry. Okay. Nasib baik I got double check lah. Okay, the 3, there's no 3 here. So this is actually wrong lah. This is also wrong because it's not plus 3, it's minus 3. So it's left with A or C. And if I simplify this, I will just take all these 3 ketul bahagi 3. Like divide 3, 2 kp, divide 3, minus 1, divide 3, kp. Yeah, that's why the answer is C. Okay, or you can also simplify it using this method I showed you just now. It's the same. Okay, it's the same. Okay, so the answer is C. Okay, let me just quickly check with the schema jawapan. Yeah, it's C. Okay, so hope you understand. Let's go. The 27 diagram 9 shows 2 vertical poles, KL and MN. So we can see that KL is 25 meter, MN is 10 meter. And then they say the angle of elevation, it means looking up. Elevation means looking up. Of vertex M from L is 36. Okay, this type of question, you will see it a lot. Okay, you see it in the last Kedah paper also. Okay, let's go to Kedah paper and find it. Where is it? 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 Okay, wait. Let me find it. Okay, there. Okay. So this is also under Form 3 chapter. It's called angle of elevation and depression. But this year they asked for depression. But if you want to listen to, if you want to get the explanation for this question, you can go search the video lah. Okay. This is the Kedah one. I already upload this. Okay. You just go there and find this question. Okay. Okay. But for now, I will come back here. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Angle of elevation looking up, M from L is 36. So imagine you are standing, so M from L, so dari L. So if you are standing here L, first you have to draw a line which is eye level, which is like parallel like this, and then you will draw a line to M. So from your eye level to M, that angle is 36. Okay, and then they say calculate angle of depression, means looking down, M from K. So again, you have to read from where? From K, right? So if you're standing from K, what you have to do is you have to draw eye level. This is eye level. Eye level means like horizontal one. And this line have to be parallel with down one. And then you look down to M, that angle is 36. That's what it means. No, sorry. That's not 36. It's what they want to find. This is what they want you to find. Because they say calculate angle of depression of M from K. So the M from K between angle of depression is here. Okay. Sometimes student wrong is because they go and they thought it's here. That's why it's wrong. Okay. But even in the Kedah paper, I got explained also. Okay. If you have problem with this type of question, go to the Kedah video, watch the explanation for that question again. Okay. Which question is it? I forgot already. 2023. Just go there and watch it again. Okay, let's continue here. I'm trying to find this angle. But actually what I can do is I can add another line here. Because if I add another line here, everything becomes clear already, because it means that this angle will be same with this angle. It means I'm trying to find this angle. And also this will be 36. How can I know that? Because if I draw a line here, this line is horizontal, this line is horizontal, they are parallel. That's why this angle and this angle same, this angle is this angle same. So now we can actually draw out the right angle triangle. So we want this angle, this is my final answer. And then this part, I don't know. This part also I don't know. This part also I don't know. Anything I don't know. But look at this triangle, this down triangle. So we have 36, we have 10 meter, and we actually can find this baris. Because when we find this, then we will know here how much. Then we can masuk here already, right? Wait, actually we know here because the whole thing is 25, right? And then this is 10, right? So this small part is 10 and then this part will be 25 minus 10, which is 15. So actually we know this 15. We just need the x here only. Okay, so let's find the x. Tangent. Okay, why tangent? Because depan sudut we call it O, depan 90 we call it H, and then this is A. So apa yang saya ada? O. And apa yang saya mau cari? A. So we have to involve O and A. That's why O we use tangent. So tangent 36 equals to 10 over x. We cannot use sine or cos, because if you use sine cos, we are finding the hypotenuse and it doesn't help. I don't want the hypotenuse. I want the adjacent. So how to find? Tangent 36 divide becomes times x equals to 10. So x equals to 10 divide tangent 36. Let's press. Okay. Okay, I tekan calculator, I get 13.76. But of course, this is not your answer. This is just the x punya panjang 13.76. But you have to know something. If this is 13.76, this is also 13.76. That's why here will be 13.76. And then I can find this angle. And use what again? Tangent again. Because the depan angle is opposite. Depan 90 is hypotenuse, the left with A. So we can see that we have the O and A, not H. So we cannot use sine or cos. We have to use tangent again. So tangent theta equals to what? Opposite over adjacent, 15 over 13.76. Okay. If you use sine or cos, it's not enough information for you to find angle. Okay. So let's tekan shift tangent bracket. 15 over what? 13.76 and then equals 47.4688. So 47.47 degree lah. Okay, let's look at ABCD. Is there any answer that looks like this? 47.47. No, 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 no. Oh, then maybe I have to convert into degree minute. It's very simple. Just use the degree minute button. The button where it has like 1 dot and then 3 comma. Just press that. Okay, it changed for me in my calculator. 47 degree 28 minute. Okay, I hope you know which button I'm talking about. So this is the answer. Not C. C is different. C is 47 wrong. It's also wrong. So D. Okay, you find the button that looks like this. Like this one and then comma. Okay, I'm sure you know which button lah. Okay, if I teach this in class already. In class, I always ask you all to write in degree minute one because I know this kind of question exists and student that are not familiar with degree minute, they can't do. That's why in class I also always recommend writing the answer in degree minute. Let's go 28. Diagram 13 is Venn diagram with this blah blah blah. Which of the following represents the shaded region in the diagram? Okay, you have to know something. You are doing paper 1. Okay, and paper 1 they will give you the option. So don't try to be smart. Okay, try to be smart. You don't have to guess one by one. You just do all of it. Okay, so we all know that the diagram looks like this. So what I do is I will go A and I will do lah. Okay, so I will draw like something that looks similar to the diagram. Okay, I will draw another one here. Draw another one here. Like this. Okay, maybe make this bigger. It's fine, it doesn't have to be like nice one. Okay, and then let's draw 2 more. So we have like this, and then like this, and then we have like this. Okay, so now let's label it. So if we scroll up, we can see that the J is outside KL. So JKL, 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 JKL. And then we start to do A and see what's the answer for A. So let's assume this is A and what they want. J union K complement. Okay. So J union K complement intersect L. So J union K complement intersect L. So first of all, let's I will use this method called the labeling one. So I will label this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this, and then I will try to look for J union K complement first because there's no bracket. So I do from left to right. So what is inside J now? What is inside J now? 1, 2, 3, 4 because J is this whole thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I have to look for K complement. What is K complement? Everything except K. So we all know K is 2 and 3. So K complement will be 1, 4, and 5. And you have to combine these two. So when you combine these two, it will be means a bit smaller. Why combine? Because union. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the answer for J union K complement, but it's not the final answer. Because the final answer you have to intersect with L. And L is what? 3, 4, 5. So 3, 4, 5. And then tengah-tengah is intersect. So you have to look for the one that, how to say, repeat. So the one that repeat is 3 and 4 and 5. So it means the answer for A is this 3, 4, and 5. Okay, it means A is not the answer lah. Because if you look at this, dekat mana dia lorek? Dia lorek sini saja. Dia lorek at the 4 saja. So A is not correct. Let's go to B. B they says J union K union L complement. So J union K union L complement. Let's label it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do J union K first. J union K means J and K ambil semua. So it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4. And what is L complement? L complement means everything except L. Inside L, there's 3, 4, 5. So the complement of it will be 1 and 2. And then in the middle, they say union means ambil semua. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 1, 2 repeat already means 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4. So B is also not the answer lah, because it's not the same with the kawasan blurred atas. Let's go to C. So C, they say J intersect K intersect L. So label it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we do J intersect K first. So we all know J intersect K will be what? 2 and 3. Okay. Why? Because inside J there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then inside K there's 2 and 3. So the one that repeat is 2 and 3 lah, because they want intersect. So intersection means the one that repeats, the one that's like they both in common, they both have in common. So 2 and 3. And then L, what about L? L is 3, 4, 5. And then now in the middle is intersect. So we have to find the one in common that repeats 3 only. So 3 only. So this is the answer for C. So C is also wrong. So automatic is D already. Okay. But let's do it anyway. Okay. Just, just for fun. J intersect K complement intersect L. So we have to do this first. But we can just copy from, okay, not lah. Then we can copy from here, right? Because we already know, okay, let's use the same labeling. 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. So we all know J is this 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, which is I already write here. And then K complement is everything except K. K is 2, 3. So everything except 2, 3 is 1, 4, 5. That's why I write here 1, 4, 5. But this time I will take the intersect. Just now I take the union just now. So now I take the intersect, means the one that repeats. So 1, what else? 4, and that's it. So 1 and 4 is the answer for J intersect K complement, but it's not the final answer because you haven't do intersect L. So what's intersect L? L is 3, 4, 5. So 3, 4, and 5. And in between is intersect. So intersect means I'm choosing the common one. So the common one is only 4. So this is the answer for D, the region that I have to locate for D. And if you look at carefully at the soalan, they ask for which of the following represent the shaded region, represent this region. Which this region is this region lah, is this one lah, right? Yeah, that's why the answer is D. Okay, I spent a lot of time talking on that question, so let's move on. Let's go to 29. Okay, I think you can skip. Okay, yeah. Okay, 29. Fatima has a stamp collection of Kelantan, Terengganu, Pahang. So this person, he collects stamps. So there's stamp from Kelantan, from Terengganu, from Pahang. She has 10 stamps of Kelantan. Okay, I think this is a probability question. So 10 stamps from Kelantan, but this is this is not the probability, this is the number, the bilangan. And then they say she is going to choose a stamp randomly. Okay. And then they say, given that the probability of getting a stamp from Terengganu is 409. So the 409 I will not write here, because this is for me to write the number. I will write on the garisan. And then the probability of Pahang is 103. Same thing, I'll write on the garisan for Pahang, because this is not the number. This is for me to write the number. Okay. So now they say, calculate the total number of stamps in her collection. Okay. If I know the probability of Pahang is 103, probability of Terengganu is 409, can I find the probability of Kelantan? Yes. I just take 1 minus 4/9 minus 1/3, because total probability is 1, right? So you just minus everything. Okay. 4 minus 1/3. Okay, I got 2/9. So now we know Kelantan punya probability is 2/9. Okay. Remember, you always start from total probability, because total probability you always know when it's 1. Okay, now they want you to find the total number of stamps of collection. It's very easy. You just take 10 divide 2 times 9. Wait. Is it true? 10 divide 2 times 9. Wait, there's no answer. Oh yeah, there is. So the answer is 45. Okay, yeah. Okay, let me explain what I just did. Because we already know the probability is 209 and the Kelantan is 10, right? It means out of the 9 potongan, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 potongan here, but the Kelantan stamps only occupy this. Only occupy 2 potongan. It's like 2 over 9. That's what it means. So if I want to know the total stamps, I just take 10, I divide 2 to get 1 potongan and then times 9. That's why I do like this. Okay. But of course, there are students who will say something like, oh, maybe what if I find this first and then I find this first and then add all together. Can also lah. Can also is like the same one. Okay. The answer is the same one. Okay. So yeah. All right. Let's move on. Number 30. 3 bracket x plus 3. If I am you, I would just darab masuk. So it becomes 3x plus 9 minus 1 minus 2x squared, which is 1 minus 2x times with 1 minus 2x. Okay. So I think this 3x plus 9, I can't do anything yet. I have to do this part first. So how to do this part? You expand slowly lah. 1 times 1, 1. But I recommend putting in bracket lah. Okay. And then 1 times negative 2x, negative 2x, negative 2x times 1, negative 2x, negative 2x times negative positive 4x squared. Now it becomes 3x plus 9 minus, inside the bracket, there will be 1 plus 4x squared. What's negative 2 minus 2? Negative 4x. Okay. Now it will be 3x plus 9 minus, now the bracket comes into play already. Negative 1, the minus 4x become plus 4x. Plus 4x squared become minus 4x squared. But what if you never open the bracket and then wrong? Then you will, it means you will forget to change the symbol. Okay, that's why bracket is very important. Okay, now only you will combine this part and the 3x plus 9 together. So the negative 4x squared, usually I will put paling depan because got square. But I look at the option, all the x squared they put belakang, so I also put belakang. And then the 3x plus 4x is 7x. And then the 9 minus 1 is positive 8. So that's the answer. So D. Yep. Okay, let's go to question number 31. So they say the gas pressure in the balloon at the temperature 30 degrees Celsius is 50. So we have to know this is temperature and this is pressure. Okay, how I know? Because degrees Celsius is unit for temperature. And this PA stands for Pascal. Okay, and Pascal is the unit for pressure. Okay, it's like you learn in physics one lah, this one. Okay, but it's okay. Okay, and then they say what is the gas pressure when the temperature increase to 80 degrees Celsius? So when the temperature increase, what do you think will be the pressure? Will the pressure increase or decrease? Well, that's not what the question asks. The question asks for, berdasarkan masalah di atas, apakah andaian perlu dibuat dalam pemodelan matematik? So it means you have to determine the variable here. So A says the volume of balloon is constant. B says the height of balloon is fixed. C says the different type of balloon are used. D says the measuring time is fixed. Okay, let me just tell you the answer. The answer is A. Okay, the answer is A. And why is it A? Because it's like, this is actually a physics question. It's like a physics question because you learn about 3 laws in your physics. Okay, first is the Boyle's law. And then second, we have the Charles law. And then the third one, I think, is called the pressure law. Okay, pressure law. Okay. I forgot this question is which law, but I remember the triangle thing. I think it's like this. P, V, and I think this is T, I think. Okay. I can't believe I'm teaching physics now. Okay. So if it's P and V, this is Boyle's. Boyle's law is P. Okay. My handwriting is like, so Boyle's law. And this is pressure, I believe. And then this is Charles' law, if I'm not mistaken. So this is actually the PT. So it's actually here. So this is the pressure law. Okay. And I believe that the pressure law states that the P and T, the pressure will be directly proportional to the temperature if the volume is constant. Okay. But what about Boyle's law? If Boyle's law, it will be inversely proportional. So it will be, pressure will be inversely proportional to V if T is constant, but the temperature have to remain same. But so what about Charles' law? If Charles' law is about volume and temperature, but then the pressure have to be constant. Okay, let me say again. If pressure law is about P, pressure and temperature, the V have to be constant. The Boyle's law is about P and V, pressure and volume, but the temperature have to stay constant. And then Charles' law is about volume and temperature, but the pressure have to stay constant. So this is about P and T. So this is the pressure law. That's why the volume has to be always constant. Okay. Actually, this is like I'm slowly getting into like physics already. So yeah, okay. So that's how you do it lah. Okay. And yeah, okay lah. I'll just leave it at that. Let's go to 32. Which of the following matrix has an inverse matrix? Oh, I want you to take note here. I will put star here, I think. This, why I put star is because this question comes out in the Kertas question also. So let's move to the Kertas paper. I'll show you. I believe it's 25, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, not 25. Maybe up there, somewhere up. Wait for me, I'm trying to find for you. Okay, where is it? Okay, I found it. So this is the question 9. Which of the following matrix does not have inverse? Does not exist inverse? So what I do is I say determinant equals 0 and I find the determinant, so the answer is C. Okay. If you want the full explanation, just go and find the Kertas video and watch it yourself. Okay. But now I want to come back here. Okay. I just want to show you that this question comes out 2 times already. This is the second paper I do, and it comes out in both the papers I do. So if it comes out in the Kertas trial and the Kelantan trial, what does it mean? It means that it has a very high chance of coming out in the actual SPM also. It means these are things that you have to look out for, and you have to be very careful, and you have to make sure you know these things. That's why I'm showing you like the question just now, so that you can see that, oh, this question comes out in the Kertas paper also. So I should take care. I should make sure I know this. Okay. So now let's go. Which of the following matrix has inverse? This is a little bit different with the Kertas paper. The Kertas paper asks you which of the following does not exist inverse. This one is asked which one exists inverse. So it's a little bit different, but the concept is still remain the same. The determinant equals to 0. Because the formula for inverse, let's say if I have matrix A as A, B, C, D, and I'm trying to find the inverse, the formula will be 1 over A times D minus B times C, and then terbalikkan these two number DA, tukar tanda for these two number negative B, negative C. But we have to know something. The denominator here cannot be 0, because we all know when you take anything divided by 0, it will be math error. 1 divided 0 is not 0, it's infinity. 2 divided 0 is also not 0, it's infinity, it's math error. It means it's cannot do lah, it's undefined. It's undefined, it's math error. That is why this part cannot be 0. It means the AD minus BC cannot be 0. So it means the determinant lah. And also we have a name for this. We call it determinant. So what is determinant? The AD minus BC. Okay. So if they say the matrix does not have inverse, it means the AD minus BC is 0. If they say the matrix have inverse, then the AD minus BC is not 0 lah. If it's not 0, then it means the matrix inverse exists. Okay. So let's try to find the determinant. This will be 3 times 4, 12 minus 2 times 6, 12 is 0. So this one, no inverse. This matrix has no inverse. Okay. What about this? Negative 2 times 4, negative 8 minus negative 1 and negative 8. This is also 0. So this matrix has no inverse. It means if I try to find the inverse for this matrix, it will be math error. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Okay. What about this? Negative 2 and negative 4 is positive 8 minus 1 times 8 is 8. So it's also 0. This matrix also does not have inverse. What about this? Negative 3 and 4, negative 12 minus 2 times 6, 12 is negative 24. It means if I try to find the inverse for this, I can find it because the inverse exists. And this is the answer. So which of the following matrix has inverse? That's the answer. But let's see the Kertas question. What is the Basel between the Kertas? What is the difference here? The Kertas asks for what? Which of the following does not exist inverse? Means which of these no inverse? It means the determinant yang 0 lah, yang tak ada inverse. Because if determinant 0 means the inverse doesn't exist. So that's why it's a little bit different. This one they ask which one does not have inverse, but in the Kelantan paper they ask which one have inverse. Okay, but you have to know this lah, the determinant 0. Okay, and you don't have to waste your time and do the whole step, the inverse, no need one. You just find the determinant enough already. Okay, let's go 33. Table 3 shows some values of the variables P and Q. Okay, such that P, okay, this is a variation question. So they say P varies inversely as square root of Q. So inversely means atas dengan bawah. So P, this is the variation symbol. Inversely as square root of Q. So the atas dengan bawah, the square root of Q should duduk bawah. Nothing up is 1. And please remember the step. After you write this, you should always the P salin, the 1 over square root Q salin, and this one you have to change to equal and tambah K. Okay, that's just the step you have to memorize. So first step is variation. Second step, changing it to equal tambah K. And please remember the K and this hubungan is darab. So when you darab, it's like you darab number atas one. So it's like this. And then you will try to find K. And how to do that? You need the P value and Q value. So you can use this, and then you can use this also. Both also can use. You will get the same answer. Let's use 8 and 25. So P is 8, and then Q is 25. So square root 25. But we all know square root 25 is 5. So it will be K equals to 8, and then this divide 5, it move here, become times 5. So K is 40. And don't forget to rewrite. So when we rewrite, okay, I think like this. So it will be P equals what? K over square root Q, which is 40 over square root Q. So what the soalan ask for? Find the relation between P and Q. So the answer is C. Okay, very simple. Okay, but what if I use the 564? You will get the same answer, believe me. You will also end up with this if I ganti this. All right. This one nothing much lah. You just have to remember the step for variation. If you don't remember, just do more exercise. That's all. Okay, 34. 4p minus 2 bracket 3 minus p equals to negative 2p. I have to do the bracket first. It means I have to take the negative 2 times inside first. Okay, I cannot do others first, because if there's a times divide, I couldn't buat times divide dulu. So the 4p I leave it, the negative 2p I leave it. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Negative 2 times negative p is positive 2p. Now I can see that there's a p here, there's a p here, there's a p here. It means I can move them. Wait. Okay, I can move them together. So it becomes 4p plus 2p, and this minus 2 move here become plus 2p, and the minus 6 just throw there, become positive 6. 4p plus 2p plus 2p. 4p plus 2p is 6p, plus 2p is 8p is 6. So p is 6 over 8. And I think can divide by 3 over 4. The answer is D. Okay, nothing much. 35, let's go. This is a matrix question, but you have to remember that when you minus the matrix, you have to make sure the order have to be the same. What do I mean by order? Means this is 2 row, 2 column, this is also 2 row, 2 column, then only you can plus minus. And yeah lah, it's the same. So you can minus. But before you minus, there's a 3 here. So what I should do with the 3? I should darab masuk, right? So it'll be 2, 3, negative 6, 7, and I will take the 3 darab masuk. So if I take the 3 darab masuk, it will be 3 times 4, 12, 3 times negative 6, negative 18, 3 times 2, 6, 3 times 0, 0. And then here you will write minus, okay? But maybe some students will ask this, like, what if I take the negative also darab masuk? It means I will take negative 3 times 4. Can also. But if you take the negative 3 darab masuk here, then here will be negative 12, here will be positive 18, here will be negative 6, here will still be 0. But then you have to write plus already. If you want to darab the negative in also, then you have to write plus here already. But since I just take 3 darabs here, so the minus is still there. Okay, anyways, let's continue. Now I will take 2 minus 12, negative 10, 3 minus negative 18, 3 plus 18, 21. Now negative 6 minus 6, negative 12, 7 minus 0, 7. This is the answer. C. Okay, so let's continue 36. The diagram shows the selling price and the down payment of a smartphone. So the smartphone price is very expensive, 3,650. The down payment is the money that you pay first. You wang perdahulan, means you pay 200 first. So, and then they say got rate per annum, got the 3.8% interest, loan period 2 years. Okay, let's read what it says. Sunny wants to buy the smartphone. So I assume this is the price. He makes the down payment, which is 200. And the balance is paid in monthly installments. What is the total interest to be paid? So if you want to count the interest, there's a formula. The formula for interest I is PRT. Okay, PRT. The principal times with the interest rate times with the time taken in years. Okay, this is the rate, interest rate, and then this is the time, like in years, and P will be the balance lah. Actually, we call it principal, but I think the principal here means the balance. Okay, so how to find class? Okay, this is 3650, right? The smartphone, but he already paid 200. It means the balance is how much? How much he still have to pay? He still have to pay 3,450. But he can't pay it. He can't pay it like sekaligus. He have to pay it in monthly installment, and he decide to pay in 2 years. Means you want to slowly pay this 3450 in 2 years. But if you want to do that, there will be interest. And the interest is 3.8%. So what is the interest here? The formula is PRT, right? So P will be the balance, which is 3450, times with the rate, which is 3.8%, so 3.8 per 100, times with the time, which is 2 years. You press this in your calculator, you get the answer. 3450 times 3.8 divided 100 times 2. So 262.2. Okay, so this is the answer for, that's the answer C. Okay, but I do want to say something. Sometimes they will not ask for the interest. Sometimes they will ask what is the total payment. Okay, like the total payment that made by Sunny. If they ask for the total payment, then you have to take this plus with the 200. If they ask for the total payment, because the total payment that Sunny has to pay is not just this. This is okay. This is the interest lah. Okay, but the total payment he needs to pay is the down payment also included, right? 200 plus with what? Plus with 262 point. Wait. Equals to P. Sorry. It's actually wrong already. It's this one plus this one. Sorry. Not the 200. Sorry, I see that. So let's write it down. The total repayment will be, if they ask for this, it will be P plus PRT. Okay, means the 3450 plus with the PRT, which I already calculate, is 262.2. If they ask for total repayment, but this question they only ask for interest. That's why it's only this part here. It's only this one. But if they ask for the total payment that needs to be made, it's 3450 plus with this one, because because this is the original one, and then the interest is because you pay in 2 years. That's why I got extra charge. So extra charge this. So if they ask for total repayment, is you add them together. But this question you don't have to add them because they only ask for interest. Okay, just take note of this lah. Okay, 37. Because sometimes they might ask this, they might ask the total repayment thing. Okay, let's go to 37. In the diagram below, rectangle Q is the scale drawing of rectangle P. Hey, this question also got do in the Kedah paper. So let's find it. Where is it? It looks exactly like almost the same, I remember. It's also got like 2 square one. Let me find it. Wait. Okay, I found it already. Question 25. So can you see P, Q, and then let's read square P. Square P is the scale drawing of square Q. Find the scale and then blah blah blah. So the correct answer is D for this question. If you want the full explanation, just go to the Kedah video lah. Go to the Kedah video and watch it yourself. Okay, but let's come back here. In the diagram below, rectangle Q is the scale drawing of rectangle P. If they say Q is the drawing, it means Q is the image, and P will be the object. Okay. Maybe you will ask, why like that? Okay, if you got watched the last video, then you will understand why I cakap macam tu. Because in the last video I mentioned already, if the keyword for object is what? Is real ataupun actual. Okay, and the keyword for image is what? It's fake ataupun it's like a floor plan. Ataupun you can also sometimes call it drawings. Okay, like a map drawing ataupun map also. Okay, it means if I say Q is a scale drawing, so that's the image. Okay, because when you see the word drawing, then it means it's a fake one. It's like the one you draw on a piece of paper one. Is not real. Okay, but object is the real one. So P is the real one. Q is just a drawing. Okay, so now they ask which of the following is true. So they want to find the scale. So I really strongly recommend you watch my Kedah punya explanation, because I explain very detailed in the Kedah video in the question 20. What is it? 25. Yeah, question 25. And I really recommend you watch it if you have trouble with this question. Okay, so the formula I will use is this: K equals to I/O. That's the formula for scale factor. And I already know the image is what? Is 3. This is 3. This is P. This one is 2. This one is 4. So I can take 3 divide 2. Actually, I can also take P divide 4, but we have a problem because we don't know P. So we'll take this divide this lah. So 3 divide 2. So that's the scale. But 3/2 you can convert into ratio, which is 3/2. But scale is always 1 ratio, 1 ratio, 1 ratio. So if you want to convert this to 1, you will divide 3 here. Here also divide 3. So it will be 2 over 3. So the answer is not C, not D. It's either A or B. So it's A or B. Okay, we have to find the value of P lah. So how to do that? Okay, just now I say already. For the scale factor, you can take 3 divide 2. But you can also take P divide 4. But we don't know what's P divide 4. That's why I never use it. But we know that P divide 4 should be equal to 3 divide 2 also. Right? Because if the scale is like this, this is the image bahagi object here, means the image of the here divide here, P divide 4 should be this also. So P is equals to 3 over 2, divide 4 become times 4, you will get 6. So the answer is B. Okay, so that's how you do it. And I really hope you can be careful about this scale thing. Usually student doesn't know one, like how to convert this. Okay, so you can watch the Kertas video for like lagi detailed explanation. Okay, all right, let's go to 38. We are almost there, almost finished already. This is also variation. It is given that W varies directly as Y. So W directly means atas dengan atas, so Y. And inversely means dengan bawah, atas dengan bawah, as cube root of Z. So the cube root of Z should duduk bawah. Now they say find the relation between W, Y, and Z. So the step is always the same. After you write down the variation, this one W you salin, this one also you salin, but in the middle, this variation you change to equals, and then you will write tambah K. And this K is like darab masuk one, is like darab times relation. So when you darab atas or darab bawah, darab atas sahaja, like this. So this is the answer. So this one is wrong, right? Because the Z draw atas, so it's wrong already. So yeah, the answer is B. This one no, because the Z draw atas, but no, wrong. This one Y, this one also Z draw atas, salah. Okay, let me explain why is it B. Because B, the B answer is like this, KY over Z power 1 over 3. And this is the B answer. And then the A answer is what? W equals to KY Z power 1 over 3. Actually, this cube root can change to power 1 over 3. It means if I say square root, Z is actually Z power 1 over 2. If I say cube root, it's power 1 over 3. If I say fourth root, then it's 1 over 4. Okay? So if it's 1 over 3 means cube root lah. But why the answer is not A? Because the Z draw atas. The Z should draw bawah. So 1 over 3 is cube root. Okay, question 39. Which of the following is the graph of y equals cos x? Okay, let's draw the graph for y equals cos x. So this is how it looks like. Cos like this. Okay, ayo, so ugly. Okay, let's draw again. Okay, I try my best. Okay, like this lah. And then this will be 360. This will be 0. This will be 1. This will be -1. This will be x. This will be 180. This will be 90. This will be 270. You have to memorize this. Like the y equals sine, the sine graph, cos graph, and tan graph, all you have to memorize. Okay. Okay, now they ask which one is the following is the answer. So the answer, let's look at this. Definitely not C and D. Okay, this looks more like a sine graph. So is it A or B? A. Okay. Look at the angle here. Here should be 90. Here should be 180. You see? This is wrong already. This one, because this one is the y equals cos. Let's think about this. 1 over 2x. Yeah. If the soalan is asking for y equals cos 1 over 2x, then B is the answer. Okay. Because if this value is 1, it means dalam 360 degree berlakunya satu cos graph. Okay. And what if the number here is 2? Then what it means? It means dalam 360 degree got 2 cos graph. Okay. So if you look carefully, this dalam 360 degree hanya berlaku setengah graph. That is why this curve, the equation of it will be cos 1 over 2x, not cos x. That's why A is the answer. Okay, A is the answer. Because in 180 degree, only complete half. So if you keep going, then when it reaches 360, one cos graph has completed. So that's A answer. Okay, in 360, only one graph happened because the number of cycle here is 1. Is 1, and the amplitude also 1. Okay, last question. Let's finish it. 44. List all the integers x that satisfy the inequalities. So we have this. Okay, this is under Form 4 Chapter 6. Okay, quadratic, not quadratic, linear inequalities. Okay, what I will do is I will split this into 2 parts. First part is 2x minus 3 smaller than x. Okay, it means it's like this. And then the second part, I will take this. X smaller sama dengan 6 plus 4x. So let's do this. X dengan X boleh buat, plus X hantar jadi minus, 2X minus X is 1X, negative 3 hantar sana jadi 3, and then the smaller maintain. Now we know X has to be smaller than 3. So what numbers is smaller than 3? 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, and there's a lot more. Okay, negative 3, and so on. Okay, what about here? X smaller sama dengan 6 plus 4X. So we can move the plus 4 become minus 4. What is 1X minus 4X? Negative 3X. Smaller sama dengan 6. So X will be smaller sama dengan 6. The times negative 3 and X times, it become divide negative 3. Oh, wait. When I divide negative value, what I have to do? I have to tukar tanda, right? So 6 divided negative 3 is negative 2. But remember, I have to tukar tanda. Smaller sama dengan become bigger sama dengan, bigger sama dengan. Because I'm dividing by negative value. So what numbers are bigger sama dengan negative 2? Negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So why you have to include the negative 2? Because there's a line here. That's why the negative 2 included. But why this one, they say X smaller than 3, I never include the 3 because there's no garisan bawah. So you 2 like this. So which one is the answer? A, B, C, or D? You imagine lah. X smaller than 3, but has to be bigger sama dengan negative 2. So the smallest value here is negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, and that's it. That's it. Until here only. So A is the answer. Okay. Why? Because they already say X has to be smaller than 3. So it's like 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, right? But then they say at the same time must be bigger sama dengan negative 2. That is why you have to stop here. So this is the answer. Negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, like this. Okay. It means the number has to be smaller than 3 and bigger sama dengan negative 2 at the same time. So bigger sama dengan negative 2 is negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2. You stop here. 3 you don't take because there's no garisan. Okay, that's all. Bye bye.